Hey guys, Stag, Wolfenstag Wastelanders. So you guys probably already know what this video is going to be about today, considering the situation that happened yesterday at the Trump rally. So I'm going to talk a little bit about it. I'm out here in the wasteland again, as always. I mean, it's pretty obvious where I'm at. You guys have seen a few videos from this area. Can't really do much more on that, so what we're going to do is we're just going to go straight into this video. Or actually, we're going to do our little intro break and then we'll get right into this video. Alright, so you guys know what I'm probably going to talk about. What happened last night at the Trump rally. And how that affects us. It affects everybody. It affects our whole situation. It affects the rule of law in this country. And it's stuff that I've been preaching about and I've been harping about, and I've been telling you guys that we need to think about with the rhetoric that came from the left, the rhetoric that caused this situation. Now, I know a lot of you guys have dismissed me, and you guys have made comments, or you guys ignore what I have to say about the situation. But the problem is, what happened last night is a result of the rhetoric from the left. I don't want anything like that to happen. You know, a presidential candidate, the front runner, whether you like him or not, was shot. Granted, he took a grazing wound to the ear, but one of his people there, just for a good time, lost their life. Because some unhinged leftist and because the rhetoric from the left caused this. Now, I know you guys don't like me doing these political rants, and I know you guys don't like all this crap. But the fact is, this is real, and this is what we're in. I don't know if I can get this video up on YouTube. I'm going to upload it. I'm not going to go too off the wall here on it or off the topic. But if you guys want to see there might be some stuff I might have to edit out. So if you guys want to see the full unedited video, you guys can go over to Rumble and check out that at Wolfenstag Wastelanders Media. In fact, I'd encourage you guys to go over there a lot more and go and subscribe to us there on Rumble. Because what I have to talk about is going to be, or what I have to say might get us in trouble. Okay? And I don't want to do that. I don't want to get us deleted off of YouTube, because I want to grow this YouTube channel. I want to build things. I want to be able to do more exploring, more gear testing. I want to be able to do a lot more stuff. But I find myself having to censor more and more on YouTube. Wolfen has to censor more and more on YouTube. That's what we've been doing. We've been censoring ourselves the entire time we've been making this channel. And after last night, I'm pretty heated. I'm sure a lot of you guys are pretty heated. And you guys are probably wondering why I'm throwing on the plate carrier again, why I'm doing this, why I'm talking about it. Well, it's simple. If we have to wear body armor to go to a political rally now, I mean, because the rhetoric from the left and some unhinged guy decides to do something like that, because of all the tweets and all the stuff and all the conversations and everything you see in the news media, everything that's been pushed, causes this kind of political division and this kind of situation where we're going into a bad area in our history. You guys got to look no further than the 1860s to see what happens, or look no further than all this other stuff that's going on in the world. Look even recently in foreign countries. And the situation is, we have people who are unhinged that will do violence. They will perform violence in order to get their political message through. And that's my problem. I don't want to see violence. I don't want to see war in our streets or civil unrest. You know, we have the gear. We talk a lot about about SHTF and the without rule of law and things like that. But we try to be positive. We try to say, you know, hey, we only want to go out here in our gear and LARP. We only want to go out here in our gear and test it. We only want to run around in our kit. And again, LARP. We don't want to have to actually use these tools that we have with us. We don't want to have to be out in our kit. We don't want to have to go to a political rally in our kit. We don't want to have to go protect our families in our kit. We have them for that purpose. We don't want to have to use them. But the situation after last night, I'm not getting good vibes on this. You guys can call it my ESP, my ESP, whatever you guys want to call it. I'm not feeling good about this. What happened last night was a tragedy and was a travesty and was wrong. Okay? No one should have to deal with this. No political party should have to do this. No political party should be talking about violence. I'm on Twitter and I'm looking at all the leftists still promoting this and pushing the violence and talking about how it's a good thing and how that scumbag should have done better or something. No. End of discussion. No. That should not have happened. There was a failure from the top to the bottom. Security protocols were not followed. 150 yards. How does somebody get 150 yards from a presidential candidate with Secret Service protection? These are questions we should be asking. And then we have Democrats who were pushing bills and sponsoring bills to remove that Secret Service protection from that candidate. Now saying, oh, my thoughts and prayers are with you and with that family of that person that had their life taken by an unhinged lunatic who listens to our rhetoric. But they didn't say that part out. This is the kind of stuff that I've been warning you guys about. You guys better heed my warnings, and you guys better listen to what I have to say. You know, I come on here and I know I sound like I'm a ranting psychopath or whatever. Or I talk about stuff that you guys maybe aren't interested in. But at this point, you guys better get your heads on a swivel. You better pull your head out of your fourth point of contact, and you better start thinking about what's going to happen and how this affects us politically, how this affects the world, how this affects your community. Because that's what this is at the end of the day. This is about defending our communities, protecting ourselves. What happened last night shouldn't have happened. The Kenosha incident shouldn't have happened. If we had had a government that wasn't feckless, that didn't go and let this kind of rhetoric push and push this rhetoric and allow their media talking heads to do this kind of thing and to talk about it and push it. People like Harry Sisson or whatever that little sissy is on Twitter talking about doing this kind of stuff. You have other leftists talking about doing this kind of stuff. And yet, here we are, having to sit here and figure out what happened. Why did it happen? How could this have happened? How could the security failures have been so bad that this happened? Why are we doing this? Why did we allow this? Why was there such a lack of security and such a failure from the top down? This is the stuff I've been warning you guys about with the political rhetoric from the left. Make no mistake, this is what they want. You guys sit here and you guys talk, you have people bash about, oh, well, if you want to be prepared and you got to be in shape and you got to do this, and you have all these stupid gym bro idiots who don't know what in shape is. They just think lifting all the time is in shape. It's not. Getting out and doing stuff out here is being in shape. Being prepared for situations like this, having the supplies ready, getting your logistics network built, because things are going to get worse. Things are going to get very bad. This was just the start, okay? My ESP, my ESP, as someone who is better than me has said that this is only going to get worse. I don't want to see that in my nation. I've never wanted to see that in my country. But the more I sit here, and the more I get on Twitter, and the more I see all the vitriol, and the more I see people on YouTube even talking about it, and thinking how it's a good thing, and people on TikTok, and cheering this lunatic, the more I realize things are going to get worse. And I just have a gut feeling. You can take it for what it's worth. It's just my gut feeling. But I have a feeling that this is not going to be the end of it. This is going to be much, much worse. Much worse things are going to happen. Things are going to come down the pipe. And you guys are just going to sit here and not take our advice, not listen to what we have to say. I know we're not a big channel. We've got 3,400 people, 3,500 people. I don't remember what the number is. Don't really check it that often in the analytics. Maybe I should do more of it. But my point to the whole situation is start spreading our message. Start spreading the message that things are going to get worse. And to start getting prepared, to prepare yourself. Get right with your creator, whoever you believe it is. Get right with who you are morally. I don't want, again, I'm not pushing for violence, and I'm not saying that there should be anything that happens. I'm saying the opposite, because some innocent person lost their life. A political candidate was almost assassinated yesterday. The media, the mainstream media, is calling it an incident. CNN, when it first happened, posted on their stupid Twitter account and on their website that Secret Service whisks Trump off because he fell down on stage, when they knew damn well that is not what happened. So you guys better start listening to what we have to say. When I've been saying the stuff I've been saying for years, it's because I've been looking at the situation and I've been watching what's been going on in the world. I've been thinking about these kind of situations for years. I've been thinking about this for the last 2 decades. I've been wargaming this in my head. I've been wargaming it with Wolfen. And I've been wargaming it with other people. We've all discussed it. We all know that things are going to get bad. Things are going to go from bad to worse, to worse, to worse. It's just going to continue to escalate. Last night, something escalated. And all because of the rhetoric of the left. It's one political party pushing for this violence. It's one political party pushing for this kind of stuff. It's one side of the political spectrum that is pushing for this kind of danger. And here we are, all of us. We talk about it, we warn about it, we tell you guys that we should be prepared. That guys, Wolfen and I have been pushing this, especially me. I have been pushing that we need to be prepared. We need to think about the situation, and we need to have ourselves prepared at all times. We need to keep our heads on a swivel. We need to keep our family safe. I've been preaching this very harshly since 2020. Be prepared. Keep your head on a swivel. Things are only going to get worse. I keep saying it. Risky Krisky said it when he was on here. I don't know if YouTube will even allow me to say his name, but he is on Rumble. Things are going to go from bad to worse. The situation is going to get more dangerous. Things are going to heat up and escalate. I've already seen it on Twitter. I've seen people saying it. Maybe this is your wake-up call. But I have a feeling that we're about to enter something very bad. And if you're not listening to me, then I don't even know what you're doing on this channel. We've been trying to show you guys gear to prepare, gear to be ready for things. We've been trying to get you guys ready for whatever's coming down the pipe. And yet I don't see a single one of you guys listening. I see people making stupid comments about me having a beer gut. I see people making stupid comments about, oh, why are you mag dumping in the trash when we're trying to show gear that we have. I see people making dumb comments about every little stupid thing they can think of to try to take us down. And here I am trying to warn you guys and trying to tell you guys that it's only going to get worse from here. The situation is not what you guys think it is. You guys sit here and you go about your lives, and like we all do. I'm guilty of it myself, guilty of being complacent in a situation in a hot political climate. But you guys better start listening to what we have to say about it. Because in this situation, what happened last night could happen at any political rally. It can happen anywhere. And the rhetoric from the left, especially if it's someone running on the right, that could happen anywhere. So, sorry I had to rant on this. I'm sorry this isn't what you guys normally like to see in my videos. You guys like to see me out here running my gear, running, doing stuff, shooting, training. I had to make a quick video. I couldn't find a good filming place. The filming location, another location that I go to is just too far because I have an appointment today here in a few minutes that I got to get to. So I wanted to make this video. I wanted to get this out, and I wanted to tell you guys that we need to start thinking proactively. We need to stop being reactive. We need to start being proactive. We need to keep our heads on a swivel. I don't mean when I say proactive, I'm not calling to violence. I'm not calling to go out and do something that is against the law. So if the FBI is watching this or anybody else, I'm not calling for violence. I'm calling for keep your head on a swivel. Keep your family safe. If things kick off the way I fear that they probably will, because let's be realistic, things are probably going to kick off. Things are probably going to get more intense. And it's just going to get worse from here. We need to be prepared for what's coming, or what is future to come. I can't tell you what's going to happen in the future. I just have a feeling. I'm not a predictor. I don't know what's going to happen. My heart goes out to the family that lost somebody who was just there to enjoy a fun day at a rally, who was just there to see their political candidate speak. My heart goes out to them. Whether you believe in heaven or not, I tend to think that maybe they're in Valhalla talking to their ancestors, to their family, and they're going to be with them. But this was the shot across the bow from the left. This was theirs. This was what they wanted, and this is what they've been pushing. And to ignore the warnings that people have been giving, myself, Prepper Nation, Nut and Fancy, Risky Crisky, to ignore that is stupid. Okay? To mock me or to mock Wolfen when we're trying to warn you guys of situations is stupid. What we're looking at is very, very bad. What we're looking at coming down the pipe is extremely bad, and none of us should be desensitized to it. None of us should be just, hey, let it happen. Or, hey, I want to see it happen. None of us should want to see it happen. You know what we should do? We should want peace and calm. I don't care what leftist politicians are saying, where they're wanting peace and calm now and tranquility. And they're calling for calm when they were the ones pushing this the whole time. They're the ones that caused this. They're the ones that caused this incident. And I'm not saying, and again, this isn't some call to action. This is a warning. That things could, this is where it's getting really dangerous. This is where the pressure is building. This is where things could get very bad very quickly. And I don't know if you guys think about this, or if you guys are wargaming this in your own heads, but things are going to get very bad very quickly. And I think you guys know what I'm talking about. And I don't want to see it, and I don't think any of you should want to see it. I know the left wants to see it. The left constantly wants to see it. The left is calling for it. The left thinks that it's going to be a great day, and it's just going to be a day at the park. It's going to be a day out here in the wasteland, but it's not. What's going to happen is going to be very bad if this kicks off. If they push this to the two-way rifle range, I can tell you right now, it's going to be nightmares beyond your worst comprehension. And that's what I'm afraid of, and that's what I don't want to see. I have a family. And a lot of you have a family. What we're seeing is so bad right now. I've never seen it this bad in my country before. And I can tell you that I've never seen it this bad globally before. But it's only going to get worse. And so we should be prepared, and we should be ready. You should have your kit with you. You should have your get home bag. You should have whatever you need to get home in an emergency. You should have your rifle. You should be proficient with your weapons. You shouldn't want to use them. You should never want to use them. But you should be proficient with them and proficient in their use, and have your kit and be proficient in your kit's use. Be ready for what could happen. Keep your head on a swivel wherever you go in public. Watch everything. Keep your eyes on everything. Be safe. As always, guys, this has been Stag with Wolfenstag Wastelanders. And unfortunately, I'm pretty sure I will see you out here in the wasteland.